it's your girl Jay and welcome to Let's Watch, a show where I watch some of the hottest and newest videos in K-pop. Where today we're watching EXO's Call Me Baby, dun, 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 dun. Call Me Baby. So before I start this episode, I think I should open it with a confession. The truth is, this is not my first time watching it. This video, or my second, or my third, or my 58th. I basically watched it when it first came out, and I've been watching it probably like 16 times a second ever since. I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I think the funny thing is that prior to this video coming out, I don't know if some of you guys have been keeping up with the teasers that led up to this comeback for EXO, but they're like these really epic and mysterious teasers that kind of played on their powers from their Mama era, and everyone, including myself, thought it was going to be like this really epic video. Now, I was kind of skeptical because I didn't really see how those epic teasers could come into a video like Call Me Baby, just because like the feel of Call Me Baby is very like bright and happy and like fangirls, I love you, like stuff like that. But like, you know, I still was like, oh, maybe they're not actually gonna make a video for Call Me Baby. Maybe it's gonna be for their song like El Dorado or Exodus or something like that. But it ended up being this, and I think it's actually kind of good you didn't get my first reaction, because at first I was a bit disappointed because I was really looking forward to like an epic cinematic-esque video. But after watching this a couple thousand times, it kind of really grew on me, and I don't know, I just really like it. So like I said, since this is not my first time watching it, rather than giving a first time reaction, I'm just gonna point out all the stuff that I kind of noticed and that really stood out to me about the song and the music video. So fortunately, I'll be talking a lot. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so Kai rolls up in this car. My bank account could never. So like, the funny thing is that Kai is one of my kind of on again off again biases. So when they open with this, I was just screaming, to be honest. Even though his hair looks like they forgot to blow dry it, them stylist noodles be playing them. This is clearly product placement that I fell for because I looked up this headphone. I'm obsessed. This was rude. Let me tell you why this was rude. Because Becca's slaying, Schumann always slays, Suyoho is slaying, Sehun is one of my biases. And then Chen, okay, in the Chinese version of this, Chen's wearing something different. Trivia. In the Chinese version of this is actually Kai and Suyoho, or Kyungsu in the back. Now the funny thing is that Kyungsu is my bias, but during this part, my eyes were glued on Lay. Lay looks so good in this music video. Like he is, oh my gosh. See, they've just been playing Kai this whole music video because what are those pants? Why do this to me? Why? Watch Kai, like he's so good at dancing. Once again, Lay just comes in, snatches me, snatches my soul, doesn't give it back. Rude. Okay, what is really cool about this part is in the Chinese version, Lay actually does that part, and he does different choreography, which I thought was really cool, up until the part when they hit the Dougie. But like, yeah, I thought that was really cool. And once again, Lay. Now the only thing that was a bit off is the fact that Lay is wearing capris. I don't know who signed off on this, why. But Schumann is wearing this adorable beret, and I just like can't. He looks so cute. Watch Kai during this part, and your soul will be snatched. This is the best part. My friend pointed out at this part right here, it looks like Kai hits him in the face. Okay. So this part, I have to talk about how I was like disappointed a bit at first. Slay this, Sehun. His shirt is made of leather, by the way. Sehun's. That must be okay. I don't remember that. Okay, look at Chen and Kyungsu's perms. Why? Xiumin, now a lot of people have been talking about Xiumin's outfit, but I actually like it. He looks so adorable. Xiumin can do no wrong, okay? Once again, Lay, just, this part also got me. He does this part so well. Good stuff, y'all. Good job, SM Entertainment. I like that. So kind of what I was pointing, I want to just go back to when they do the breakdown and they're in that white room. Now, this whole leading up to and then doing the breakdown is very similar to what they did in Overdose with the singing and then going into the rapping. But at first, because Overdose, the way they did it was so epic. Like, even though they're in the box, they're in like this room, like lights were flashing and everything. I expected something similar. And so when it was just them in this white room, I kind of was just like, okay. Like, but like after watching it, I think the fact that they kept it so simple was kind of cool. This whole comeback that they're doing gives me like really 90s boy band, and I think, you know, besides the fact that 90s boy bands always wanted to look like they were from outer space, I don't know why. I just think it was just like that they were just dressed really cool, well, simple. I actually really like the fact that it's not a comeback where everyone's dressed the same. It's like everyone has their like own style throughout. Like, even though there's this like whole wearing leather jackets phenomenon that they have, it's like kind of like everyone has their own individual style, which is really cool. A couple things I forgot to point out. I mentioned that during Kyungsu's part in the first chorus, in the Korean version, it's Chanyeol and Chen in the background, but in the Chinese version, it's Kai and Chen, and it's really cute because, you know, the move when they're like grinding and they hold their hands out like that? Well, in the Chinese version, when it's Kai and Chen, they actually do it along with them, which I think is so super precious. But for anyone who's watched it a lot or who's watched it maybe a couple times, you should just like look in the background and see what everyone that you're not supposed to be focusing on is doing, because it's like really cool to see like the different things they do, whether it's like just like different from each other or comparing the Chinese version to like the Korean version. But overall, I really liked it. This was a mess for my bias list when it came to EXO, because everyone was like 1 point for this. But like I said, when I first got into EXO, Kyungsu, Dio, he was my like ultimate bias because I really like his voice. But then I just started liking the vocal line in general because they all really have nice voices. But then I just like all of a sudden it just moved on to the dance line, and like Kai and Sehun were like my faves, and then like Xiumin, he just is always, there's always a place in my heart for Xiumin. But yeah, this music video, Lay was just killing it for me. Like, he just was really killing it for me, and his style was so on point. So like, Lay. But that's what I thought about the music video, guys. But what do you guys think? Did you like the song? Were you disappointed that it wasn't similar to the vibe that the teasers were giving out? Who, like, could you not take your eyes off during the video? There was a couple, but Lay was really it for me. And I don't know, what do you think about the song? What do you think about the album? I really like the songs Exodus, What If, all of them basically. So let's get the discussion rolling in the comment section. See you next time on Let's Watch. Also, I wanted to point out that like the dance difference, like one of the things about EXO is that they have like a wide range of dance talent and skill. You know, the top end you have Lay, Sehun, Kai, and the bottom end you have whatchamacallit. But I feel like they're really working on bridging that gap, because like Chen, I know Chen and Suho and Chanyeol are all known for not being very strong dancers, but I really think that Suho and Chen, like, you couldn't really tell. Like, they were really killing it. Now, poor Chanyeol, you can kind of notice with him, but you can tell he's really trying. That's one of the reasons why he's like climbing my bias list, because I like people who put in effort. So yeah, but yeah, bye.